We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, it's the home opener for this new season between the Boston Red Sox and the Cincinnati Reds. Major League Baseball on MLB Network is next. Here's Xander Bogaerts now, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Tonight for Boston. Second baseman, Xander Bogaerts.
And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a cold strike one. And Harold, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in winners of 3 in a row and riding a nice little run to start the new series.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Peterson has to come in a few steps, but he has it for out number 1.
Center fielder, number 5.
At the plate, Jonathan Villar. He certainly had it working for him at the plate this season. The average is up over 350 entering play. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1. Fastball called for strike 2.
Well, now we've seen the combination of the two-seamer and the cutter. That is a lethal combination because now he's taken away the ability of the hitter to sit on one direction of the pitch.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Jonathan Villar goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Nolan Arenado is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there, and even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Suarez is there, and the side is retired. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Zach Cozart.
And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Harold Reynolds, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Betts on the run, but he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. Around second, he's on his way to third. The relay, and he is in there. Coming to the plate now, Kike Hernandez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. From the stretch, and he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. The runner in scoring position with none out. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. So coming to the plate, Eugenio Suarez. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Into the windup and the pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Adam Duvall waits on deck. That's popped up out towards short right field. Bogaerts onto the grass, but it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. So digging in now, Adam Duvall. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And that misses for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. And that's high and off the plate. 2-1. Hit in the air to straightaway center. VR is after it. In there, a base hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit. Standing in, Devin Mesoraco. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. To short, hit hard. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. In is Joey Votto now. He'll start things out in the top half of the second.
Number 19, Joey Votto.
Grounded to first. Moreland is there, and he is out on the tag. So striding forward now, Mookie Betts, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Here's the 0-1, and a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Popped high in the air. Moreland is there for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Now the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Peterson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Into the box, Mitch Moreland. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
First baseman.
Into the windup and the pitch. A high fastball is in there. Sliced hard on the ground. Oh, look at Arenado. A great stab, but this will be scored a base hit as the hitter reaches first without a play. Here's Jock Peterson now, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. 0-1 pitch on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. A runner at first with no outs here. A little tapper. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Into the box now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Getting a few steps off a second there, now the pitch. And this is fouled at the plate. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. So stepping in, Doug Fister. One in, one out, and one on here in the inning. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Zach Cozart. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? high in the air out to center field. VR is there. And that retires the side. So striding in, Tony Walters. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. Now this is chopped fouled at home plate. It's 0-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Peterson will get there as he tracks it down deep in foul territory for out number 1.
The pitcher number 3.
Riding into the box, Drew Pomeranz. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Popped up. Calling for it, Moreland makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Now at the plate, Andrew Toles. He's been really amazing to follow all year long as he continues to flirt with a .400 season at this point. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
Bounce to first. Moreland's there. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Striding in once again, Kike Hernandez. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Into the windup and the pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. High pop up. Votto is there for it. And that's the first out of the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eugenio Suarez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on in this game. So I think the game plan on that pitch right there was to try to bounce one and try to get them to chase again.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Adam Duvall. A base hit in his first trip. First pitch on its way. There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
This is a big out for his confidence. Look, he struggled early. He's got 2 outs right now. He needs this next out, and then he's got a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. It just makes you feel so much better and more confident as you move through the rest of the game.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Digging in to try it again, Xander Bogaerts. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard up the middle. And there's the first hit of the game for the Red Sox. Ready for another chance? Jonathan VR comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Nolan Arenado.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
1-0.
The cutter runs outside. Ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0.
Ball 2.
And the changeup is way low that time.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
And that's in there, base hit. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with one away. Digging in, Joey Votto. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry, so expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Cozart backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Here's Mookie Betts. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th.
Mookie Betts.
And a ball, 1-0. 2 down, runners at first and second. And here's a ball hit in the air. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. The catcher Devin Mesoraco stands in. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Number 39.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that misses, ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. And he's retired, 1 away. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland.
Mitch Moreland.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3.
He's really been good this game. Around the plate, throwing strikes, hasn't walked anybody. Right now he finds himself a little bit of a hole, but he can battle back.
And that gets him on the mound. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the 2nd out at first.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Jock Peterson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In there, strike 1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Fouled back. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Brandon Crawford.
First offering on its way. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. Another one sent foul. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. Stepping up now, Tony Walters comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And they start him with a changeup, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Duvall is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Drew Pomeranz. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Well, Matt, that's 2 quick outs, but if you look at the pitch count, it's way down low. He's being aggressive, and so are they. He's got a chance to get through this one. Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get...
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Stepping into the box, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Jackie
First
Bradley
delivery to him on the
Jr.
way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. Line fouled off to the left and a few rows back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth with a punch out, one away.
Pitcher.
Now at the plate, Doug Fister. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Popped up. Bogarts settles under it near second. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
That's a pretty good break right there, breaking all the way across the zone. Now, it's a little dangerous. He gets to see that ball a long time. But, man, that's a nasty snap-dragon hook right there.
That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. 11 in a row set down, and the inning is over. Toles, he's 0 for 1 thus far.
Andrew Toles.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Swing and a looper to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Number 2.
Digging in and looking for more, Xander Bogaerts. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the at-bat, lifted in the air to straightaway center. Bradley is there, 1 down, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Digging in once again, Jonathan Villar. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. He's set, and the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting 1 out could be a challenge.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Nolan Arenado.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Duvall looking up and gone. A dramatic home run that gives them their first lead of the game. In is Joe Votto now. Bouncer down the line. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out. Striding in once again, Mookie Betts. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit. So instead of leading off the following inning, Brandon Crawford bats here after the 2-out hit. Ready for another shot now. Brandon Crawford. No hits.
Stop. Brandon Crawford.
He's set. Here it comes. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike one. From the stretch. 0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one. 3 runs already home here. Now a throw over to first. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Ready once again, Kike Hernandez. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
At third, Arenado. And a rather easy first out. Ready for another chance? Eugenio Suarez. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First delivery to him on the way. And a changeup right down the middle.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Under it, VR, and there are 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Adam Duvall. A hit in 2 tries so far. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Pomeranz has his target. Here he comes on 2-0. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And no problems over there for Votto as that'll end the inning. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Digging in, Tony Walters. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Softly hit here to the left side. And there's a base hit, so maybe some insurance here to lead off the 7th. Coming to the plate now, Drew Pomeranz. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Here's a look over to first. Now a bunt attempt here. And a good throw gets him 1 gone. So digging in now, Andrew Toles. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. From the stretch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Out into right center, well hit. Walters rounds the corner and is headed home. And they'll add another run to their lead as the run scores from second to make it 4-2 now. Oh, and he throws it away. Now at the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard ground ball to third. Suarez comes up with it. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out. Settling in now, Jonathan Villar. He singled his last time up. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Duvall has a beat on it, and that's the third out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
At the plate, Devin Mesoraco. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Devin Mesoraco.
Into the windup and the pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 delivery. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Gone to lead off the inning. At the plate, Mitch Moreland. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Looks like he's got a good feel for that two-seam fastball this far into the game. He's used it really effectively tonight.
A dive, and he knocks it down. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play.
Right fielder.
Here's Jock Peterson now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard on the ground to the right. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now. Here's Jackie Bradley now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Your attention, please.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter.
Owen.
And now the Red Sox will get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. And a bunt attempt misses, and we'll see how they play it down 0-2.
Well, he missed the bunt right there, but this situation, you want to bunt that ball down third base. You got runners on first and second. It's a force at third, so the third baseman is going to charge to get it. You got to make him field the ball.
Now batting, pitcher, Doug.
Tucker Barnhart will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 16, Tucker Barnhart.
Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there and knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch.
And the throw to first will take care of him, but it comes at a cost as the tying run is in to score.
The shortstop, number 2.
So striding forward now, Zach Cozart. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Here it comes, 2-0. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
The batter, number 14.
Now in the box, Kike Hernandez. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Late that time for a strike. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Took something off there as this pitch is in the dirt, but handled quickly behind the plate. Working to keep it tied. Here's the pitch. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Drew Storen has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Drew Storen.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Nolan Arenado. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. And now our right-handers begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle.
Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind. 2-1.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
Fouled straight back. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. In is Joey Votto now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
That's a big pitch right there. Now he's got him 0-1. And he still may not be comfortable. Even 0-1, he's still a pretty good hitter when he's down the count. This is a big pitch right here.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
Here's Mookie Betts. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order, too.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. Digging in now, Eugenio Suarez. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
Third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Carson Smith is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 39, Carson Smith.
And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. VR racing back. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field.
Number 23, Adam Duvall.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Stepping in, Devin Mesoraco. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement, it is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Mitch Moreland. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Moreland Your attention,
So with a
please.
left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Number 58, Fernando Abad.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Here it comes, 0-2. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Moving under it, VR. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Now at the plate, Jock Peterson. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. Working for the punch out and the offering. And another foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Luis Avilan comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Luis Avilan.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. DJ LeMahieu will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. The numbers on the year, 272, 1 home run, and 6 RBIs. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Slapped hard the opposite way, and the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away. That'll bring up Tony Walters. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Sandy Leon will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Toss started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Now here's the pitch. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
He threw that ball right by him. When you got a guy throwing that hard, you got to really just think about using your hands and just spread out and let your hands fly. They're going to be quicker than your bat is going to get to the ball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Standing in now, the pitcher, Fernando Abad. So with 2 away, they decide to let him hit instead of burning a pinch hitter. Rusney Castillo will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 38, Rusney Castillo.
And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one.
I like that check swing. He started to offer at the off-speed pitch, but he recognized it and was able to hold up.
Swing and a miss, and the Red Sox are down to their final strike now.
Well, clearly he's not sitting changeup with that swing. I like the early changeup. Now it sets up your fastball and all your other off-speed stuff, because now the changeup, anything's faster than that. He's got him off balance now.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he holds up on this one, but it's a cold strike 3. And with that, the ball game is over. Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top player of the game.
Well, when your one hit of the game is a home run, and it ends up being a